Welcome to War India News Hour. Violation of cyber laws could land you in severe jail terms. The internet has taken over today's world by storm. The users of the internet should use it in a responsible manner, else it may land you in severe jail terms. A report says 92% of teens report going online every day, while 24% of those teens are quoted that they are online constantly. With this, the cybercrime rate has gone up. Cybercrime is any crime conducted by the use of computers and/or networks where the computer is used either as a weapon or as the target. Every day we hear stories on cybercrime related to cloning of credit or debit cards at ATMs, ransomware, identity theft, KYC frauds, cryptojacking, drugs and illegal arms sales through dark web, social media stalking, child pornography, online job frauds and lottery, social engineering, web defacement, cyber terrorism, etc. published in the media. Cybercrimes can be against the government, which include cyber terrorism, spreading computer viruses, cyber extortion, hacking of government websites, etc. Attacks against individuals include harassment, stalking, impersonation and privacy invasion, and on property including vandalism, stealing confidential information, copyright issues and so on. Cybercrimes are covered under the Information Technology Act and the Indian Penal Code. The IT Act 2000, which came into force on October 17th of 2000, deals with cybercrime and electronic commerce. The IT Act was later amended in the year 2008. The Act defines cybercrimes and punishments. Amendments to the Indian Penal Code 1860, the Reserve Bank of India Act, were also done under this IT Act. The purpose of this act is to safeguard e-governance, e-banking and e-commerce transactions. There were several sections of the IT Act that came under effect where cybercrimes got registered under the Section 65, Section 66 and Section 67. Apart from the above laws, there are many more sections under IT Act and IPC which have provisions for cybercrimes. Even with cyber laws in place, the rate of cybercrime is increasing drastically. India reported a rise of 11.8% in cybercrime in the year 2020, during which around 50,000 cases were reported. The police are grappling with solving cybercrimes due to challenges faced by them like underreporting, the jurisdiction of crime, public unawareness and increasing technology costs of investing crime. There is a need to update these laws as rapid technological developments are taking place and criminals are inventing new techniques of committing cybercrime. Coordination amongst law enforcement agencies at the national and international level also need to be intensified for effective cybercrime control. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Government has no plans on encouraging cryptocurrency in India. The Minister of State for Finance, Pankaj Chaudhary, during the winter session on Monday, told the Parliament that the government had no plans for boosting the cryptocurrency sector in India. He even mentioned that the government does not collect any data related to cryptocurrency as it is unregulated in India. He said, as CBDC is backed by the central bank of the country, apart from other benefits, it will not have volatility which is normally associated with the private cryptocurrencies. He said the introduction of CBDC has the potential to provide significant benefits such as reduced dependency on cash, higher seigniorage due to lower transaction costs and reduced settlement risks. Stanford engineers designed perching bird-like robot. Inspired by the bird's ability to grasp and sit on different kinds of branches, Stanford University engineers Mark Cutkosy and David Lenting have developed aerial graspers robots that can land on almost all forms of branches and perch like birds. The device can be fitted in drones to make them energy efficient as they can be placed on branches of trees instead of constantly hovering. Beyond the potential future applications for drones, Lenting said building such robots can give rise to new insights into avian morphology. Pocket FM raises $22.4 million in Series B funding round. Audio-based OTT platform Pocket FM has raised $22.4 million as part of its Series B funding round led by Lightspeed. The capital will be utilized to scale up the operations, build the largest community of content creators, intensify its presence across geographies, invest in technology for better recommendations, and strengthen the overall audio OTT category globally. Pocket FM allows creators on its platform to offer premium audio-based content in 8 Indian languages including Hindi, Tamil, Telugu among others. T-Series surpasses 200 million subscribers on YouTube. T-Series becomes the first ever channel across the world to cross the milestone of 200 million subscribers on YouTube. With a cumulative of 29 channels across languages and genres, the total subscriber base for the T-Series network is more than 383 million with over 718 billion views. T-Series has collaborated with talent artists like Arijit Singh, Guru Randhawa, Jubin Nautiyal, Tulsi Kumar among others and has given many hit tracks that topped the charts. T-Series has also produced mega hit films including Kabir Singh, Tanhaji, Airlift among others. Sanjeev Mehta to be appointed as the next FICCI president. Chairman and Managing Director of Hindustan Unilever Limited, that is HUL, Sanjeev Mehta, would be replacing Uday Shankar as the President of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Shankar was the President of the Walt Disney Company's APAC operations and the Chairman of Star and Disney India at the time of his appointment. As per FICCI, Mehta is also the President of Unilever South Asia, that is India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Nepal, and is a member of the Unilever Leadership Executive, which is Unilever's Global Executive Board. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to Var India News Magazine. You can download the Var India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.